We will definitely hear from LawLiet, one of the strongest Night Elves in the world, no doubt. Here he is.
장조 선수가 워낙 강하고 제가 또 나나전을 워낙 별로 안 좋아해가지고 쉽진 않을 것 같은데 최대한 노력해 보겠습니다. 이길 수 있도록. 포커스 선수 뽑겠습니다. 이번에 그 WCG 팀전에서 만났었는데 만나 보니까 이길만 하더라고요. 그래서 포커스 선수도 굉장히 또 친하고 이번에 그 팀전에서 또 저희 팀이 졌었기 때문에 개인전에서 확실히 이제 복수를 하도록 하겠습니다. 이기고 싶은 사람은 딱히 없고 나이트 엘프만 안 만났으면 좋겠어요. 나나전을 제가 너무 싫어해가지고 나나전만 안 만나면은 뭐 나머지 종족은 그래도 나머지 종족전이 그나마 나을 것 같아서 피하고 싶은 건 있습니다. 종족전.
Alright, no Knight of Mirror and I'm fine. Yeah, you touched on it. The 0-4 against Sok in AWL. Was he saving tactics? Because prior to that, he went on a 12-0 rampage win streak against Human. But Chaemiko, his hat was working very, very fine, especially in the Human versus Night Elf matchup. Killing Moon and killing Colorful back to back with very, very different styles. He is a man of many, many tools, and there he is.
준비한 거는 따로는 없는데 일단 목표는 4강까지 가보고 싶고 대회 날에 이제 컨디션이 가장 중요할 것 같아요. 일단 지금 한국하고 중국별로 탑으로 불리는 선수들은 한 번쯤은 이겨보고 싶어요. 굳이 한 사람을 꼽는다기보다는 그냥 속선수 호욱이 형보다는 높이 올라가고 싶네요. 사실상 다 실력이 좋아가지고 뽑기가 어려운데 그나마 최근에 언유전이 나아져가지고 언데드전은 예전보다는 나아진 것 같아요. 근데 한 선수를 꼽으라면은 못 꼽을 것 같아요. 다 잘해가지고 상향평준 돼가지고. 저는 저죠.
Nice! The beard is gone, but the personality sure is still there. Okay, challenge between Sok and Chaemiko is on once again.
Yeah, this rivalry has been going on in South Korea for quite a while. Who's a stronger human? They've both improved tremendously recently. Seems like Sok has a bit of a lead currently, but he lost his first match in Group A. Chaemiko wants to finish better than his Korean countryman Sok, his human ally, so he's gonna want to get a win here now against LawLiet. He says he didn't practice. Is that accurate, or is that just Korean humility?
Come on. Of course they practice. It's WGL. Everybody practices for that. If not for this tournament, then for what? Chaemiko, can he be better than Sok? He could start a pretty good run here. Before losing his last match against Night Elf, that was against Moon in AWL 3rd place, he had a 3-0 win streak, and we saw the picks and bans, and I am so happy we start on Terrana stand, because this, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be fireworks. Will he display the Mountain King Alchemist Blood Mage combo that looked so strong in AWL? Was it gonna be something different? He is probably facing a Warden, but with LawLiet, you never know.
Yeah, nowadays it doesn't always have to be Warden anymore. Some Night Elves also like going Beastmaster on this map, but this is LawLiet, the best Warden player in the world. We have a few really good ones, like Colorful, like especially Foggy, but LawLiet is the best. That of course also means that Chaemiko is going to be expecting a Warden, maybe some mind games to be coming in. But speaking of map picks, very interesting to see how different players value the maps differently. Over in Europe, for example, we had plenty of humans vetoing Echo Isles LawLiet is the one to veto Echo Isles,
Yeah.
which is supposed to be a great warden map. If you make it to level 5, there's no refuge for the peasants, no Zeppelin to save them. Maybe LawLiet feels he will never be able to get there. Too much pressure from Chaemiko. Very interesting.
Okay. Two former roommates meeting each other. LawLiet versus Chaemiko, who apparently moved. This looks different than in the interview. This is what it's all about. The Staff of Medivh for the second time in WGL history. All right then. Ladies and gentlemen, in the upper left-hand side of Terra's stand, we see the DreamHack Summer Champion. We see LawLiet in the bottom right, the yet-to-be-decorated Chaemiko.
Terrana stand. We mentioned it earlier. We see it veto in many matchups, but in Night Elf versus Human, we see it all the time. Both sides seem to feel it's a fair and balanced map. It's a 2-base map. It's a naturally defensive map. And the macro player is going to come out on top oftentimes. MK can look super strong. Warden can look super strong. Are we going to have a surprise here early with the hero picks?
MK? Warden?
No surprise.
No, not going for a rogue Beastmaster, weird tavern builds, keeper alternative. Sticking with the guns.
Looking forward to see this Warden. Earlier, Colorful's Warden wasn't bad, but it wasn't crazy. We're expecting a little bit more from LawLiet. Going for an early double Ancient of War, doing it very conservatively. You can be more brazen with the Ancient of War. You can place it in the middle of the map, next to the Renegades there, either close to the opponent for aggressive usage after, or more defensively in the top right. But it's unreliable. It's a little dangerous. And LawLiet doesn't want to take any risks here early on.
Okay. Interesting. I don't think we see this shop creep from LawLiet too often. But okay. This is, of course, a Fan of Knives build for the Warden with the early creep. Chaemiko decides to go for Stormbolt first. No Lightning Shield on him. And creeping very fast for both.
Oh, LawLiet goes for the Shadow Priest, so he skipped 2 Wisps to be able to afford it with 1 Moonwell. And an Ancient of War. LawLiet's lumber is going to be really low for a long time.
Okay. Mantle and Invul Potion against Gloves and Heal Potion. Not the greatest for sure. A little bit of HP for the Warden. On top of that, LawLiet a little faster. And then will we see any staff plays? Not only can the Warden staff over and go for the harass against an upcoming expansion, but also Mountain Kings can create quite some space.
Footman in the main, harassing, really annoying. You can deal with that very easily with Shadow Strike, but this Warden wants to go into Blink Fan, be mobile across the map, harass the peasants. And I like that play by Chaemiko. Maybe that kills a Wisp, and if it doesn't, it forces a lot of attention out of the Night Elf. Maybe that's going to trigger an Ancient of War deny. But so far, a flawless game by LawLiet, as we see so often with his Warden.
Okay, we do have a Wisp in the bottom, close to the 6 o'clock position. So staffing is definitely possible. Didn't decide for a second spell yet, but especially against the Mountain King, this should be Blink down the road. There we go, Replenishment Potion. Waiting for the level 3, not too early. Also, no staff yet. And that's a free level 3 MK with double slippers and claws.
That would have been crazy items for the Warden. Oh, Shadow Strike?
Wow.
What?
That comes as a surprise for sure.
It certainly does. Only 1 point. He hasn't chosen the second one yet. Here comes the staff. Warden coming in. Wants to go towards the peasants. Does she? Oh, dodges the Stormbolt with the blink. Takes out the Shadow Priest right away, using both damage spells. Lots of mana being used. But so far, only the Shadow Priest dies. This is...
There's a big invul also committed. Very, very, very early.
But even if he doesn't get much damage there, look at the Ancient of War. And this is what I was talking about. LawLiet's Ancient of War usage, his uptime, his creep speed is insane. Unmatched. Unbelievable. And look at that. Also, the Ancient of War, the other one goes to the natural. The expansion is coming up. Warden keeps up the pressure. Multitasking creeps up more. Beautiful game so far by LawLiet.
Cool to see that he's not going for the lab as every other Night Elf just naturally does. Finding new ways, being a little more greedy, position yourself a little more aggressive on the map. And with the next fan, he can get the last hits for sure. Oh, wow. Boom, level 3.5. And guess what? This nice creep route gets rewarded with the mana potion.
It's gonna cost him 2 mercenaries here though. That hurts. That's a lot of experience for this Mountain King. But also lots of experience for the Warden. Normally, she gets level 4, she blinks across and does a lot of damage. Signature Chaemiko block, nicely done.
Yeah.
So without blink, how is this Warden gonna play herself, or how is LawLiet gonna play her in the mid game?
I was about to say, like, if there's no blink, you can easily be blocked, and that plays into Chaemiko's strength for sure. Surrounds and blocks, that's his forte. Still tier 1. Expo waddling there, but Mountain King is moving over. LawLiet, he's committing a lot to this early game. Big invul gone, big mana gone, and Shadow Melt right away. There's one more.
The reveal! The reveal crucial. The Warden gets burned, no second fan of knives. And that was a big mana used for a single peasant. Ooh boy. Also some mining time, but that does not look like it was worth it. Tree of Life getting pressured, rest of the army is coming in, but it will finish. Can Chaemiko kill the tree?
Oh, getting close, but LawLiet is ready with the Wisp. Shadow Strike usage more and more, which is not ideal because it's only a level 1 spell. Again, the block of the Mountain King creating some space. There's no boots on either side. MK can easily staff over if he so desires, and the Warden's mobility is broken here, like in the worst way. Like no boots, no staff, staff, but no blink. That's what I mean.
This is a super high level game though. They are both playing this really well, playing super well around each other. This is a beauty to see right now. LawLiet only has 20 supply, by the way. But that is a Warden involved in those 20 supply, who's soon to be level 4. The Warden will retrain at some point into Blink. I wonder when that's gonna be. It might be a lot earlier than usual. One of the most recent changes in the latest patch is Tome of Retraining. To respec on your hero, only 200 gold nowadays instead of 300.
Yeah, that will definitely be necessary later. And Chaemiko, he's going for the aggressive now. Goes for the Shredder. LawLiet saw this with the Wisp. Can anticipate it, but he's busy on multiple spots on this map. Expansion, but in the base. Ooh, Zeppelin already taking quite some hits.
Did he slow that with a Mud Golem?
He definitely slowed that, and he has no sorceress, so I would think there's definitely a chance.
Oh, beautiful! He bought the Mud Golem to slow the Zep, and that basically eliminates the harass potential. They are both playing so well. This is a beautiful game so far.
This almost looks as elaborated as a semifinal. We do have the tier 3 on the way. Finally, LawLiet will start entangling the gold mine. We are at the 8-minute mark. This is a little late, but okay.
All right, everything into the Zeppelin. Alchemist second. There it is. Neo. You were talking about it. The new style. MK, Alchemist, later a Blood Mage. Very strong to have healing against the Warden. But she does have Shadow Strike now. She has single target, not just AoE damage.
Yeah, still saving that skill build and goes for Blink. So it's still a weak Shadow Strike. I think the biggest strength of the Shadow Strike at the moment is slow and not really the damage. So really not worth the investment, I think. Or did he skill Blink because he thought he could blink over? Not really. Quite some kills for Chaemiko here.
Is he playing this Alchemist mainly to just cancel the Haunted, the Entangled?
That definitely
this is working out super well.
A lot of sustain for sure. Also later in the fights. Oh, here we go. Triple Griffin Aviary once again. Dragonhawks are becoming the norm in this matchup on this map.
Oh, these footies. Juicy experience for the Warden. Getting closer and closer to 5. Alright, that should be the expansion finishing now, but that was a good delay. I think at least a minute or so, right? That equates to around 600 gold.
1,000 gold for Chaemiko. Just waiting for the Griffin Aviaries, waiting for the Dragonhawks, and then LawLiet needs a second hero, but compared to Colorful before, there's still a lot of creep camps on the map. This Tinker or Panda can reach high levels.
Double Zeppelin. I love it. That's what you want to have in the late game against the Warden. One protects the main, one protects the expansion. Talking about the peasants here, of course, which you want to be able to load up. Warden creeps up a little bit more over at the orange. Again, the Ancient of War. Ancient of War uptime, the amount of Ancient of War creeping, it is just beautiful to see. LawLiet, his Warden, his creeping. Amazing. And about to be level 5. What can she do with that level 5?
Well, level 3 Fan of Knives come to mind. And he is one of the best when it comes to harassing economy lines. There we go, Panda second this time. And to always find the kills. Anti-magic, into the peasant line, maybe even hide, and reckless. To grind up to level 6 and to slow down the human.
Oh, uses the TP there.
Oh, so that's just the staff.
Perhaps the staff wasn't ready. I was also expecting the staff. Okay. So, Mass Dryads versus Mass Dragonhawks. What's better? They kind of both counter each other. Upgrades will make a big difference. And, of course, Chaemiko has the Shredder, so he's going to have all the lumber in the world. LawLiet doesn't have a Shredder, I believe.
That could
be a
hurt
problem later on.
More and more Dragonhawks, you need them in masses. Fan of Knives will be powerful, Breath of Fire will be powerful, Drunken Haze will be nice as well. That's already low DPS, but if they miss 1/3 of their attacks, it's even weaker. There it begins. Oh! That was quick though! Only one peasant was affected.
Great job here with that Zeppelin. And that Blink is only level 1. Very expensive. 50 mana every time. But it does force the human to stay back home. And it is space for the Panda, who got a Mana Stone. Hello. And I think he's getting level 3 here, or at least getting very close. Great progress.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like when Colorful played the Tinker, there was barely anything left on the map. Because both were creeping their first heroes so heavily. This is an entirely different game.
LawLiet has a double shot.
Double anti-magic.
Math anti-magic? Ah. That could be cool. Against a Blood Mage, very effective.
Tome of Retraining now. Fan and Blink. So Blink is cheaper. Helps with this. How's the progress? We see the Blood Mage 3rd. Alchemist close to 3. LawLiet getting the second last big spot on the map.
Chaemiko has been playing this very defensively so far, hasn't found a big opportunity to be too aggressive just yet. It's going to be level 3.5 here for the Panda. Big item. Would love to know the upgrades. Should be pretty strong on the Dragonhawks. How good are they on the Dryads? Lumber was pretty low for LawLiet here for a long time.
Who's next to attack? They both distract each other across the entire map. LawLiet has a lot of scouts out.
Griffins? Not really that effective. There's no bears. It's just pure Dryads.
Yeah. No roar might hurt, but it's also, of course, no units really to hit it with.
Double Orb of Venom. I really like that.
Ah. Expensive, but powerful.
Yeah. Big benefit of that second shop, Orb of Venom. Once you purchase it, it has a 2-minute cooldown, so it takes forever to become ready again.
Chaemiko's
Maybe
even
just because of that.
Chaemiko's even bringing the Shredder. This is a very dedicated push. He also has Griffins in this mix, expecting bears, but not happening. And should be realizing this is a lot of illusions here. Level 3 on the Alchemist is a big upgrade against all that AoE, but the Panda also going to town. Breath of Fire here. We have one heal scroll left.
All right, good healing from that one. Alchemist, heal spray, doing a good job, but Chaemiko doesn't like this fight. He's going to TP out. How much is he going to lose? 2 Dragon Hawks. Gets out with around 70 supply. He's remaking stuff.
Good hold, I'd say. Very, very tanky Panda.
Double workshop. Time for motor teams.
Yes. Were you tempted to say tanks?
Against the Panda, he probably shouldn't.
No, in general, you shouldn't anymore. I'm always a big fan of, mass gyrocopters. But that is also probably too late. He could do that, though. There's no real good answer except a Panda, of course. So, yeah, same as for the tanks. Don't go flying machines.
Panda's gonna get level 4. He's gonna get somewhat close to 4.5. And Panda 5 plus Warden 5. That's a lot of AoE damage.
Next item, he burned through the Mana Stone in the last fight. Next one is the Book of the Dead. Oh, that was a nice fan. Also blinking out of Siphon.
LawLiet looking stable here. Strong early game, insane creep routes, good timings. I like the adjustment with that Shadow Strike as well. He was getting slowed down with the expansion mining there for a little bit, but didn't seem to bother him too much. And now we have no creeps left on the map, sitting on 2 base. What's the next step to take? If you're playing from ahead like Infi was earlier, then you want to go for a 3rd base. But if you're not playing from ahead, that's a big risk.
Yeah, Chaemiko seems slowed down big time. He's at 80 supply. It's not obvious what to do next. There's nothing left on the map to creep. Usually at this stage, it's about a 3rd base.
Upgrades very even. We saw 2-1 versus 2-2, and LawLiet has more upgrades queued. Must have a lot of wisps to be able to afford these, since he doesn't have a shredder.
What do you think about 3 Griffins? They soak up a lot of supply, and what do they really do?
Yeah, not that much.
I think they soak up damage, but that's it. They're kind of air tanks at this point.
Feels like Chaemiko's army is potentially really good if the mortars are left alone. But if the Panda plus Warden connects, they could just instantly die.
4 mortars. They need to be so heavily protected. Do we have heal scrolls? 2 heal scrolls. That's big. But also the Dryads, like, they can just flank. There's nothing on the ground to block. Really? Fan, right clicks. Yeah, buy mortars. Exactly LawLiet's plan. He can use all the heal scrolls in the world. A couple of Dryads will fall. But now, what? There was a lot of losses for LawLiet and probably some more to follow. Still 80 supply. And more Dryads are falling. Oh, Drunken Ace Breath of Fire was big. Warden in trouble. Stormbolt! Staff out.
Were those mortar teams a bait? Oh, Drunken Ace Breath of Fire, big damage. TP out, more Dryads going down though. LawLiet down to 57 supply only.
If that was a bait, it worked beautifully. I saw 2. Where were the other 2, by the way? He had 4, right?
Yeah, they were below the Griffins. They all died.
Okay.
But during that time, when he was protecting them with heal spray and heal scroll, so many Dryads fell. However,
that was 20 supply.
Yeah. LawLiet also got experience there. He's almost got a level 5 Panda. And the Warden is not too far from 6 anymore.
That's gonna be
still
a
only on 2 bases.
different ball game. Bears now. As we're getting closer to a possible base race in terms of who gets the third base up. Bears might be necessary. A little bit of normal damage or siege damage will be necessary.
It seems a little risky though. If Chaemiko keeps making griffins, suddenly they have a good target. In fact, we still have 3 griffins left.
But what's the alternative? Like, hips don't work. Oh,
Pit Lord.
Pit
Rain of Fire? No, Howl.
Howl.
Oh.
We saw how good Cripple is against Griffins not too long ago, so Howl works nicely as well. There's no priests, right? So, no Dispel. Oh, the typical Terranos move. Bye-bye, Entangled Goldmine.
Very strong. And now, LawLiet under the gun. He has to do something. He certainly needs this income from his second base.
Yeah, in the bottom left, there is a building, but it's just an AP. No ancient, no Tree of Life. So, main bases will be gone very soon. Blinking away. You want to do some damage to the mortars again? Spread some poison? Yeah. Or Invis? No, Banish. Sorry.
Yeah, Banish protects from Fan of Knives, by the way, because Fan of Knives is not magical damage, but enhanced physical. This is kind of a special interaction.
Come on, everybody knows that. It clearly says it in the tooltip. No, it doesn't.
Wait. Where's the tree?
There you go.
You just left?
I'm out. I have enough. You don't do that mortar thingy again.
Oh, you can move the Tree of Eternity over to the natural, and the other one to the bottom left, taking that away from Chaemiko. That's pretty cool, but it's also
Risky,
bold.
Yes. But this way, if you staff, you're closer to the moon wells instead of moving the Tree of Eternity to the bottom. Or it's definitely faster than building a new one. We got 95 supply for Chaemiko, by the way.
Yeah. LawLiet is broke. Warden towards the peasants. Is the Zeppelin still there? Yes, it is.
Okay, Chaemiko kind of expects another push there. He dropped. What did he drop there? Ah, it was the air units. Okay, checking this out. See, hey, that's weird. There's no tree here. There's supposed to be a tree. Last time I was there was a tree. Where's the tree?
Militia coming in. A few bodies that can also turn into experience very fast. And corpses for the warden. Okay. Is this the big fight? 94 supply.
No level 6 warden. No level 5 panda. This is gonna be quite tough for LawLiet, but with the Howl of Terror, maybe that helps. Breath of Fire, Heal Spray, Heal Scroll. This is area of effect everywhere. Dryads are dancing for now, but he can't really connect to the mortar teams.
Panda did get the level 5. Breath of Fire. Hero died. Alchemist. What? How did he die?
I got no clue at all. The warden almost died as well. Was staffed out. Free reign on the Tree of Eternity now. Warden needs to step it up. Needs to heal and re-engage. LawLiet lost about 20 supply there. Chaemiko still at 85. It's raining magical lances on that tree, and that one is down. Still one base. Chaemiko is happy with that, as he can staff or tally to his expansion and then easily push the bottom left.
Tree of Eternity gone means no more heal pots, no more anti-magic pots, no more mana potions for LawLiet. And that Tree of Life, can he save it? Oh. Chaemiko doesn't know. He doesn't know, does he? Or does he?
What the hell? He should definitely know.
The mass air. It's looking pretty strong. Maybe humans should have never played tanks to begin with.
It's really cool. Like, I don't really know how exactly it works mechanically. If you position all the air units on top of the mortars, where does the Fan of Knives land? Like, you can't really control it, right? It could be random. Yeah. It doesn't prioritize ground over air, so it has a max cap of 5, so maybe it doesn't hit the mortars ever.
At the moment, there's still no Alchemist here, so this is a little scary. Not much healing for Chaemiko currently. He only has a single heal score. He's waiting for his second hero to return.
Yeah, without the Alchemist, man, you need that heal spray. Too important. Next tree.
Panda's gonna start off the fight with level 5 now. And the Warden is extremely close to 6.
Gotta be careful. Hero focus can be a thing. With that level 3 Stormbolt and Banish, that is crazy damage.
Warden checks out what's up. She knew the MK wasn't around. Could take out one Dragonhawk. She's 1 or 2 kills away from the ultimate.
That is certainly gonna be very powerful. Pit
The
Lord
peasant. Oh my god. Is that level 6?
No.
Oh, the single peasant! No way!
Okay. Okay. Things change with the Warden ultimate. Bear gets
So
sniped.
much damage,
The
though.
power
Jesus.
of the Griffins, indeed. And the 4 mortar teams. LawLiet has to react. It's a different game. We do have a level 5 Panda. We do have a level 6 Warden. Mortar teams can be sniped very, very well with especially Spirits of Vengeance. But it's raining hammers. It's raining these lances. LawLiet is down 30 supply. Hero's got to
Panda
carry.
doesn't have mana anymore. He was getting siphoned right away. Didn't have a mana potion. The spirits have to do it. The Warden ultimate, as so often, has to be the savior. But it doesn't seem to be enough.
Nope.
Chaemiko's still sitting at 80 supply.
Pit Lord gone as well. And there's still mortar teams to work with. That looks like an easy kill. Oh, the fan. That was powerful. LawLiet last second rescue. But the heal spray. The heal spray is so good. Banish saves from physical attacks. And as you said, there's only fan, no Shadow Strike. That would help. Warden is in
Stormbolt,
trouble.
dangerous.
Where's the Stormbolt indeed? He's trying to run back. No blink. Here comes the Siphon again. Block, block, block. Where's he going? To the shop? No! Hammer to the head. There wasn't even a shop. Not too sure where he wanted to go. But the Warden is gone. And Chaemiko's 73 supply army is still there. It's all down to the Panda now. LawLiet not willing to give this up, but it looks like it's checkmate. Even tanks now.
Level 5 Panda, level 6 Warden, not good enough.
Can he outmine him? Like, how much gold is in the expansion of Chaemiko? Does that even matter? Is his army not powerful enough? The Avatar is vanished! 1-0 for Chaemiko. He continues to impress against Night Elf. He got so good with his triple hero mass air style. It is scary.
Super cool to see. The newest development by humans in this matchup. No more tanks are favored because of the most recent nerf, rather the mass air. And we see it win here once again. It is specific and exclusive to Terranastan though, right?
Yes. At least I would think so. It would surprise me if we see it somewhere else. I can't really imagine seeing this somewhere else. But you know, it's Chaemiko. Keeps on surprising me.
Fun game. That was a long one. That was like 30 minutes or something? Quite the epic match there.
It was quite something. Very solid. Barely any mistakes.
I think once again we saw the importance of double Zeppelin coming in. If the Warden gets more peasant kills, if he slows down the enemy, if he gets level 6 faster, this game can look very different. So important nowadays on the top level to get double Zeppelin to protect all of the peasants, to not feed the Warden. The mass air. Night doesn't have the best answers to that. Hippos don't work, they just get shackled. Usually what you want to play against that is piercing damage with medium armor, but Night Elf can only go for archers that way, and archers just get clapped to death. For everyone else, you could just play Fiends, you could play Headhunters, it would be fine. But for Night Elf, this is a problem, this mass air style.
What are our 2 other maps? Last Refuge and
Northern Isles.
Northern Isles.
2 good Beastmaster maps where you can play potentially from a leading position. Never allow the human get into that spot. But I think this is specific to MK first and Fast Expo. So yeah, this should only be a turn of stand thing.
Yeah, I can see Chaemiko doing this on Echo Isles, but Echo Isles is out, so shouldn't be a factor here. Yeah, then no Warden. Back to Beastie? Or what's the deal, Mr. LawLiet? It looked very powerful for a while, but then came Sock with double Rex rifles. And oh boy, did we go on a hunt against these bears.
Yeah, the Blood Mage second also is looking there really good. But if you can get a fast level 3, if you can snowball, the Beastmaster can be very powerful perhaps before mass rifles ever become overpowering. Gonna be interesting to see. Of course, with LawLiet choosing Last Refuge, he is signaling to Chaemiko that it's likely gonna be a Beastmaster. Maybe a mind game. Maybe we're gonna see something else. Keeper can also work out. In the past, sometimes LawLiet tried Demon Hunter, but it's been a while. Demon Hunter first against Human, as mentioned earlier, doesn't look that good anymore. Colorful still sometimes attempts it, but that did not look too impressive against Inferior.
Also as a second hero, you just lose against the Blood Mage. It doesn't work, I feel. If there's no Blood Mage, of course, Demon Hunter can be very good, can disable a lot, and has a place in the meta, but if there's a Blood Mage on the battlefield, Demon Hunter is almost useless.
Yeah, once the Blood Mage reaches level 3, then level 2 Siphon is just so crazy strong. Maybe there's something possible before the Blood Mage gets level 3. I don't know, I'm sure there's lots of possibilities shooting through the mind of LawLiet and Chaemiko here, both strategies and counters to it. Especially Night Elf has many tools, many different strategies that they can choose from, but even Human nowadays. With Blood Mages, with Mass Air, with Rifles, with Knights, Tier 3, Tier 2 pushes, 2 base play. Very fun to see that these players have so many different tools in their kit.
Okay, it is match points for the Human, for Chaemiko. He could be facing WFZ. LawLiet, is it time for him to bounce back to play something else? I think we do see an altar. There's 2 buildings in the Night Elf main. Usually an altar and a Moonwell. Boom.
All right.
Ooh, no Beastmaster anymore.
Are
Good Keeper?
the Beastmaster days over? Has he been figured out? Maybe.
And then, is it Keeper or... Okay, it's Keeper. Or is it Warden, I was about to say. Keeper it is.
Yeah. Keeper the reliable choice. He always works. You can always get stuff done with him. Has weaknesses late game, but early game is very reliable. Warden can be attempted, but very, very tough here. By no means can you assuredly get her as high level as on Terranos. LawLiet smirking to himself. He's rocking back and forth in his
Yeah.
chair quite a bit. He is, I don't know, a little agitated.
Looks like he was banking on that Terranos win, huh? His map now. Must be some special strats prepared. Of course he's not facing an MK. And then there's the pull. Going Mercenary Camp first against the Keepers. Super important. Also against the Beastmaster, so it doesn't really matter. Ooh, and Snare.
Oh, I tried to steal the Shadow Priest,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, that doesn't really work. Chaemiko is definitely faster with that.
And now, the Human is creeping way, way, way faster. Can LawLiet follow up with a Merc Camp creep instantly with Treants? It would be pretty hard. Nice, just creeping the natural. Opening up the gold mine right away. Big item for the AM. This can be tremendous. Flute!
If you go double Rex rifles, that is the perfect drop. Also for the early, Archmage and Water Elemental benefit from this. Very good. Keeper gets the claws. We'll be certainly happy about that as well. But in general, his Shadow Priest steal didn't work. The item for Chaemiko was great. LawLiet had a little bit tilted to the side already.
Footy Scout is going to figure out what's happening here very fast. That one could die to an entangle pretty quick, but you have to scout. You have to see what's up. And in fact, LawLiet is scripting the Mercam, so he may not even have the mana to kill off the Footman.
The last 4 encounters between these two players went all 0-2 in favor of LawLiet, by the way. So the first map win for Chaemiko in a long time.
Expansion on both sides. LawLiet not going for a Berserker, surprisingly. I think he just started the tech. Maybe that's why. Wanted to save some resources. AM level 3. Keeper also. What an inventory. Holy Jesus.
That's a lot of roots. And it's also a lot of treants.
That puts a smile on his face. Yeah.
He oftentimes complains about items that other players might be a little luckier than him. But he can't complain, man. Big mana and mana stone on Terranas. Now this opening is pretty good.
There was ships passing in the night. They both were next to the tavern but couldn't see each other during nighttime. Vision range greatly reduced. So, game of chicken now. Is LawLiet gonna go back home to defend? He certainly is.
The Archmage is also very well equipped, by the way. It's
Steph!
Archmage! Water Elemental, right clicks. It's not enough, but he can definitely go for some wisps again. High level plays again.
Yeah. Man, this is a great match here between the two. They're both playing so well. A pleasure to see.
Wouldn't mind to see a game 3, Remo.
Wouldn't mind that either, bro. Water Elemental here. One taken out. Oh, easily, but a deny. Of course it's a deny. They're just playing way too well to allow easy experience like that. So the number of dispels that they have, dispels, are very crucial for Entangle on one side against Water Elementals on the other. And there we go. The second dispel saves the second footy. And there's a second backup Shadow Priest by Chaemiko. Very nice. Of course, he also has the Brilliance Aura. So he just naturally has a little bit more mana on his Shadow Priest.
Good value indeed. 2-base once again. Tech by Chaemiko has started. We'll see his army of choice unfolding pretty soon. Goes shop first to heal against this.
Weird position on the Expo Town Hall, by the way. It's really hard to gather lumber from there. That could be a serious problem later on. Naga second. The hero that does not suffer from Blood Mage second.
It's true that. And can carry a great orb later and can be amazing versus rifles with Fork Lightning. If you level her well. You see the impact right away. Frost Arrow, crowd control, high damage.
Oh, yeah. Bloody stab, he's taking a lot of damage.
By the way,
very potent here on level.
Can the devs please lower this tune? It's so loud every single time.
Fast tier 3, double lures. I like the aggressive creeping here by LawLiet. What the Naga also provides is mid-game tempo. LawLiet, he knows he has the faster tech. That's always the case in this matchup. Go for an aggressive second hero, steal camps away, get a level lead. And what is Chaemiko gonna have left to creep? The lab, and that's it. And even that one, LawLiet might be able to snipe away.
Good mid-game for the Night Elf. Under almost no pressure, he was able to steal. Okay, here comes Chaemiko though with a new round of mercs. No chance to steal this one though. What's the item? Naga picked it up. Level 2 for her. Wind of Mana stealing. Can use that pretty much immediately if he wants to. So we stay in this and brawl.
One kill for level 4 Keeper. Gets it here. Lots of treants. Too many to dispel. with a Water Elemental. Oh, nice heal scroll. Beautifully timed by LawLiet. He's still gonna lose that Berserker. No, he's not. Saves it off to the side.
Ooh, and tangled to make sure.
All out brawling over here.
Yeah, it's a slobber knocker. Almost everything dies. Level 4 Archmage. There's almost no counter. There's good control on both sides. Chaemiko micro.
Oh, that Keeper wants to kill. He wants to kill real bad. That's Sonic Keeper right there.
Dive. Oh, that was a pretty crazy fight. LawLiet got the better end of it. Big level ups. Tier 3 by Chaemiko.
Oh, you're canceling the workshop.
Yeah. An old Foggy special versus human.
I am trying to do as much as he can solo. He's gonna have to leave now. Those telestaffs being used so well by both players.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击。
Okay. What's the army comps gonna be then? I don't see Okay, there's one Sanctum. He's not going many well, not early rifles. Both invested a lot into mercs.
Pit Lord! Again.
Again. No range hero this time. Brings a little beef to the table. And Howl of Terror, very, very likely, right? Oh, that's the spell. Could be Rain of Fire? He's unsure. How?
Is playing pure heroes that are good against Blood Mage? Is that his conviction nowadays? Blood Mage is just too strong?
Siphon Mana is a very good spell, man.
Because Blood Mage does nothing here.
Against the Keeper, maybe.
Yeah, but he's never going to be in range against the Keeper. Wow, that Moonwell looks weird. And look at the lumber for Chaemiko. I mentioned it earlier. With the expansion being in such a weird spot, it's so hard to gather that lumber. Shredder, of course, could rectify that, but the lab was never opened up, and now a Shredder would put him in upkeep. That will be awkward. Game is looking a little tough here for Chaemiko.
1,600 gold, 60 lumber, and LawLiet in full control.
Stealing the enemy red camp away. And LawLiet on his side of the map, there's so many camps still remaining.
Yeah.
Oh, Claws plus 12!
For the Pitlord, that's amazing! All he needs is level 2 and then cleave away. Especially if he possibly gets a connection to these rifles and mortars in the back.
MK finally gonna get his level 2. That took some time. I think that's the first time I ever see Keeper, Naga, Pitlord triple hero.
Very likely, yeah.
Is it even worth it getting Orb of Venom on the Pitlord?
No, you should rather give it to Keeper and Naga.
Yeah.
Like the cleave
Sure,
doesn't spread with the AoE. If that would be the case, then it's sick, but no.
I think it might still be worth it, just because of the bonus damage, and Orb of Venom is just always good. If he has the gold, of course, that is. Speaking of having gold, Chaemiko, 2,400, not bad.
Good bank. Good bank. It's unfortunately not the only resource in Warcraft 3.
In upkeep now. Maybe now time to go for Shredder. We have seen a fairly low amount of Shredders today. Second Sanctum.
First Gyro for scouting. And more rifles. He's solo leveling the Pit Lord. Get a big mana potion. Level 2 cleave, baby. Chaemiko just spent 1,000 gold. 2 heal scrolls. The Archmage, by the way, also insane damage. But what to do against this Crypt Lord, man? He has the best position possible for this. And
Chaemiko is not ready yet. Alright. Playing with the lead, he's playing it really well. He can just keep on creeping. There's so many camps still left for him. He could get maybe 5, 4, 4 still from these creeps.
Imagine another claw plus 12. Oh, it's the dream. Oh, it's the dream. Give me
many
some.
items for him. Like,
Yeah.
every item for him here is good, right? Every single one.
Yeah, cloak would be amazing. Everything with strength is good. Katka's pipe is probably the worst, and he gets it.
I mean, for Keeper Naga Bears, it's okay-ish.
Pit Lord level 4. Is this LawLiet fun time?
It looks pretty fun. Are you having fun, Neil?
I am. I will be having fun once the fight erupts.
一座基地
Oh,
正遭
love
到
this
别位
engine of
玩家
war.
的部队正遭到攻击。
And the protector, sorry. So Sorks for the slow. Should be easily dispelled.
How much damage is this Pitlord gonna have with Roar?
Yeah, I thought so too.
Maybe like 60, 70 or something?
In an area of effect. Hell yeah. Upgrades, because what we need is more damage. Paladin now. That makes sense.
He is
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击。
So Roar for the bonus damage. Howl for the minus damage on the other side. Level 2 Clap is ready though.
It's gonna be so hard to micro for Chaemiko. He has no knights to tank, only the heroes. He's gonna have to kite like crazy. This is definitely a lot easier to execute for LawLiet here, this late game fight.
Well, took quite some effort to get there. Little bit of poking with Treants, but
一座基地
like the double AP, double arcane. LawLiet doesn't
Kind
seem
of.
to be happy with his fighting position there.
Yeah, LR of course has a lot of narrow chokes, not the best for bears. The one thing I'm surprised about here is we're not seeing a third base yet for LawLiet. With how much map control he's had, seems like this should have been fairly easy.
Okay.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击。
Oh, first Fairy Dragon Morph, second and third as well. Here we go. Look at the Pit Lord go. Oh, slowed immediately. Wants to kite back into the fairies. Gyros are
Horrible
doing a
position
decent...
for LawLiet. He's taking that fight?
Wants this MK. Roar. Oh, wow. Clap against it. But if he takes out the MK, then the fight is basically his.
Invis saves him. There was no detection.
Riot lost 10 supply. Mortars are safe. Howl of Terror, though, does a lot. MK. Oh, Paladin. Yo, that cleave killed him off.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻
Yeah,
击。
he dies fast. Level 1.
1,700 gold, both with big banks.
Slow trap kicks in. The bears having a tough time. LawLiet TP's out.
A little ambitious there.
I like the mass upgrades. You always have to make use of that as Night Elf in the late game. You benefit so much from upgrades.
Why is that, Remo?
All the strong Night Elf late game units have the same upgrade type for attack and armor. All the other races have them split between two different types, but Night Elf has them all combined, so very, very effective.
That sounds imbalanced.
Well, it's a unique aspect. Everyone has those.
Are you saying that not every race should be streamlined, though it's definitely the same with different skins? Damn, Remo. What a
We're not playing chess, Neo, okay?
Not painted. Can't wait for this Pit Lord to hit level 5. He's gonna be accompanied in the front row with some mountain giants.
Gonna make microing for
一位玩
Chaemiko
家的部队
even
正遭到
harder.
攻击。
But you know what? That first big fight was pretty good for Chaemiko. It cost some heal scrolls, some repositioning. Again, he's looking for a choke point. He's pushing forward here a little bit, and then he can fall back into the choke.
The claps are once again nasty, and Chaemiko starts this fight with some entry kills. Paladin once again down to 50%. You can see the Orb of Venom working. The Pit Lord is having some issues connecting to the rest of the army as Chaemiko is kiting very, very well.
Yeah, but mostly Chaemiko's running. He's hardly attacking. The mortar teams, though, they get in a few shots.
Ooh, the
MK
detonates
not in position.
good against the Paladin. Keeper level 5. Pit Lord close. But the Bears, man, they're all about to fall. Does he have heal scrolls? Not really. And that's the downside.
Oh.
No Alchemist heal spray. And there was certainly a lack of heal spray.
Inner fire rifles going to town.
Oh, Pit Lord, there must be a staff ready. Yep.
He just got level 6. LawLiet TP's out to play it safe.
Ah!
The Naga.
That's safe for you? I don't want to drive
safer
in.
than not TPing.
I will never drive in a car with you if that's safe. But yeah, you're true. You're right. I would definitely TP with you. That must be cool.
What a sick comeback by Chaemiko. He was playing from behind this whole game.
Yeah.
Now he's out in the open, though. No longer hidden
一座
behind the
基地
choke
就
point.
遭到
And I feel like the Mountain Giant transition has not yet kicked in with only one or
Aggressive
two.
TP. He's gonna be jumping right in the middle. Huh? Actually.
Greeted with a clap. That's of course an invite. As the slow trap can kick in once again. The mortars are in a phenomenal position. Needs to get rid of them somehow, but the Pit Lord is so slow. Another invo potion. And that is 75, or was for a second, 75 versus 75. Both on 2 bases. LawLiet holds on to that. That could have gone sideways, man. If the mortars are focusing on the tree, maybe it works. Level 5, close to 4, 5. Cleave 3. This is pretty much full damage in an area of effect.
If he ever connects. But he never connects. He's always getting slowed, getting kited. He can never stand there and put in the deeps.
Yeah, he needs a babysitter Dryad, I think, to get rid of the slow over and over.
I like LawLiet rotating out of bears. They were good in the 60 supply stage when he was still having map control. But now they're getting worse and worse. MG's better. Dryads can work out, but if you don't micro them well, they're gonna splatter to bits real fast.
一位玩家的部队
You still need one bear though for Raw, right? Otherwise the Pit Lord isn't as cool as he was before. Right?
He still has 3 bears, I think. 3-2 upgrades on LawLiet. They must be crazy high now for Chaemiko as well. Finally, he's got good lumber.
Okay, Stormbolt on the Pit Lord once again. He can't really connect. Raw was casted, and the heroes tank so much damage for Chaemiko. It's always the MK, always the Paladin. There will be a LawLiet. There should be a LawLiet. It's not that powerful. It's only level 1. Maybe there's a chance to attack. Maybe there's a chance to kill. And now the Pit Lord finally connects.
If he ever gets there, it's pretty impressive.
This is so sick. He's the ultra damage dealer in this army. Does he even need more damage than this? I mean, Fork Lightning nice to have and all, but that's crazy.
These fights are so volatile.
Would
If
it be
LawLiet
worth it? Oh, sorry.
If he gets the right position and he can attack, it's crazy DPS. But if Chaemiko does it perfectly, the Pit Lord doesn't get out any swings, suddenly it goes completely the human's way.
Would it be worth it to just
一位玩家的部队
invest the invul to get into the fight position, and then when you're in danger, staff out? Like, you need the Pit Lord damage. And when you're invul, you can't be slowed. And then you can get into a position.
The thing is, the Pit Lord also isn't that fast. You can just walk away.
Get boots. Get gold.
LawLiet's still not with a 3rd base.
Double racks. Knight's coming.
I don't know if that's the right call. Then, the Pit Lord can super easily attack. They're just simply frontliners. Ooh, natural running out, by the way. Is no more gold. No more gold.
一位玩家的部队
No
正
more
遭到
gold. 80 supply on both sides. Triple heal scroll for Chaemiko. Double heal scroll for LawLiet. Nice snipes with the fairies on the high ground, with the Naga on the high ground. The Invis mortar teams get revealed. Also killed. Oh, look at the militia on the left-hand side. Once the Pit Lord attacks them, they're gone.
All things considered, though, good position for the human. The more teams in the back, absolutely untouched. The rifles also not getting attacked too much. Pretty hectic situation. Wisp coming in for the detonates with a decent job. Wasn't good enough. I don't know. Fairy Dragon still up in the air. Mountain King getting focused.
Oh, the fairies! The range of the fairies is crazy good! The casters were all suffering. We burned through one heal scroll already, second heal scroll already, and now he can connect again. Paladin is down, so there's no more healing for anything. The big bad booty daddy goes to town with Cleave.
And that might be finally LawLiet getting the victory here. Chaemiko dropping deep in supply. Pit Lord in trouble! Not just the Snowball with the staff! He was waiting for it, and now the MK is gonna die, isn't he? Yes, he is! MK dead, only AM left. This is the game. GG. LawLiet gets the victory. And I am so glad we are getting a third map in this awesome series.
What a game! LawLiet untouched from this victory, still fully concentrated. Man, the presence of mind to staff that during the Stormbolt is in the air. That was beautiful. A Pit Lord can be a good hero if you get him to 5 and have 2 claws.
Wonderful game, dude. How well they played here on map 2 once again. LawLiet knowing exactly how to play it. The contention in the middle. When the Naga second gives them the map control. The fact that he was able to creep so many camps away. And then Chaemiko coming back so strong in the late game. Just barely able to scratch together level 3 on the MK. Has a purely ranged army. He always has to kite. Always has to micro so hard. If the Pit Lord connects, he's doomed. And he almost gets into a leading position. But then LawLiet strikes back. That was just a wonderful game. Amazing back and forth.
Such a huge experience lead for LawLiet, pretty much from the early mid-game stages on. So much pressure on Chaemiko, but he always found the good positions, like this one. Was able to kill units, stay in the game, let the expansion pay off, get better units, get a better army. Both didn't really find ways to use all their gold and were hoarding them for the very, very late game stages. Paladin was falling maybe once or twice too often. And this Pit Lord, dude. I've rarely seen such an effective Pit Lord. Here. Once hit. MK versus Pit Lord battle. Yeah. And again. And again. And again. And that dodge with the staff against the Stormbolt was phenomenal. One taunt to celebrate, and that's why we go to game 3.
All right, our decision will be made on Northern Isles, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Northern Isles.
Could be the third different hero for LawLiet. Could be a Beastmaster again. Could also be a Warden. Could be a Keeper.
Keeper will once again be the reliable option. On Northern Isles, you can go for green into Expo Creep pretty fast, easily. With Treants, if you are not harassed. And usually, level 1 AM doesn't come harass you. Now, to be fair, we've seen that twice this tournament already. But that was against the Crypt Lord. That was a little bit different.
Yeah. LawLiet, by the way, in the past 5 years, he has surpassed Todd and Remind in earnings. That is pretty impressive, given the fact that, yeah, WCA 2015 was his big first success, getting 3rd place there. And then consistency. Consistency was the key. He's still 100,000 away from Sky. That might not be that realistic, except if he gets the big prize at a WGL once. He's still waiting for that one World Championship.
Was 2015 where LawLiet really became a presence? Because he wasn't at WCA 2014, right?
That is absolutely correct, but there were no Koreans that year.
And at WEC before that, I think was he there?
There was, nope, that was Reprisal being the Korean.
Yeah.
It's a name we haven't heard in a while. 2015, Yichuan, when he started to slaughter all the humans with the Warden. Oh boy. Feels like yesterday. But now, let's glue our eyes to the screen as we have Chaemiko, Miko in the upper right. We got LawLiet in the bottom left. We can exclude the option of a Tavern Hero as we once again have the altar in the bottom left. So, Keeper or Ward?
Almost every time, this map should mean Archmage, but Chaemiko has sometimes been playing MK here. Hard to do, there's no Mercamp, there's no easy level 3, but Chaemiko was able to pull that off before. I don't think against LawLiet, however.
Keeper it is. I would have bet a part of my little finger on a Warden, but maybe he's losing confidence in her after that game on Terranos.
Yeah, he seems to be going for the creep route that I was talking about. Green into natural can be pretty fast expansion for the Night Elf. And usually you will never ever get harassed, as the humans should be focusing on their own expansion. This could very well turn into a long 2-base game again.
Yeah. By the way, later tonight, this is not the only content we have for you. We have the last playday of the German Championship for you coming to your home screens in around 4 hours from now. But of course, full focus on this one now. The last map of the day. Who's going to follow WFZ into the winner bracket final? And who will meet Blade in the lower bracket?
Yeah, Blade is not going to have an easy opponent regardless. And neither is WFZ. Judging from the shape of these two, they've both been looking really good. I'm loving this series here between the two. AM starts off with the gloves, Keeper with the circlet, amazing item for him, always for Night Elf, min-maxing with the Moonwell region and so on. And there we go, double Treants into Expo creep. Chaemiko probably knew this was going to be happening, honestly, not much he can do about it. Best he can do is be greedy himself, creep up a lot, and go for the natural right away. Wisp detonates could be tremendous over here, but LawLiet not aiming for that one. AM gets level 2. Talisman of Evasion. Not the best items here for Chaemiko.
Not really, no. LawLiet coming from the semifinal in summer, made it top 4 after losing the third place game to Moon. Chaemiko, he made it to the playoffs only once, if I'm not mistaken. He's definitely playing better than his what's it called? Help me out. His finishes in tournaments suggest. Rarely any top 4 finishes. Maybe time to step it up now. Very good against Undead. Very good against Night Elf. Mirror, though.
Yeah. That's the Achilles heel for him. Against Orc also in the past, he has looked quite good at times. So, level 3s will be reached over here. Well, only for the Keeper, actually. Keeper gets 3, AM isn't. AM is looking for the expansion, but there's no expansion. There's only a Moonwell over here.
Yeah, and he even saves the Wisp. Nicely done. And it's aggression. Didn't decide to go for what yet. Treants 2 as he sees, okay, the Arcane isn't finished. Let's go, let's wreck this. Lightning Shield on the Treant. I love this. Super hard to play as Chaemiko now.
He can use the second charge of Lightning Shield soon. There's going to be another set of Treants that he can summon. It's a lot of peasants really hurt over here.
Yeah, needs to get rid of some repair. Ouch, he can't repair anymore. Is that the okay, he has 3 new workers there. But yeah, damage done already. If he gets the tower, even better.
Clutch repair by Chaemiko, so important to save this tower. LawLiet is trying to expand now, but there's a sentry over there. Wonderful find here for Chaemiko. He's going to know exactly when this expansion is coming and should be able to get a cancel here pretty easily. Tier 2 is done though for LawLiet. Do we see the Naga again?
He's rushing to the tavern. Could also be an alchemist. Naga it is. And with the 2 fresh meat, with the 2 footies here in the middle, that's a double kill immediately.
Oh, Wisp coming in. Threatening the detonate. Oh, it dispelled the sentry ward as well, by the way. Unbeknownst to him. It will be a cancel, though.
Yeah. Guess it's fine. The second attempt will be safe. Should be safe.
Oh
What's
my
not
God!
safe is this Archmage? Archers surround Remo. Aren't you the ones always saying that Night Elves can't surround? Yeah, look at this.
It's so hard to do with archers as well. Wow, very impressive. And you know what? That is a big deal. The AM is not going to have a TP for a long time, and now he has to play a lot more carefully. Ah, sorry, it was a staff. Never mind, it was a staff.
And he is teching at the Expo Remo.
Yeah, we see this a bit more recently. What this does is you can call militia from your expansion. In fact, from your expansion and from your main. But what you can't do is make peasants right here, which means when you lose them, it can be pretty painful.
Naga is losing quite a bit of HP here, but the damage ends up on the towers and on the footmen. Like, if you watch Infi and TH, they always have their footmen ready for the counterattack. You saw that on Concealed against Colorful earlier today, but it's only 4. There's no second tree of life, even.
And now, dispelling that sentry ward is actually a big deal. Footies just wasted their time.
Ooh, Naga. Just walking it off.
That Ring of Regen. Pretty nice.
Amazing, right? He just swapped it, had it on the Keeper first. Now put it on the Naga.
Is LawLiet playing the old school mass archer style? Alchemist third, marksmanship, tier 3.
Maybe.
One mountain giant.
1 base tier 3.
一位玩家的部队
And he's
正遭
playing
到攻
dryads,
击。
okay. A few, at least. When's the tier 2 finishing? Should be kind of soon. It definitely comes at a price, though, getting these cancels and stuff. We have seen a lot of footmen going down this game, reflected in the experience. Monumental lead experience and level-wise for the Night Elf.
Halfway to level 4. Naga is gonna be level 2 after this one. Double slow now with the Dryads and long-range Frost Arrow. This is excellent play. Chaemiko's trying to answer this with a Zeppelin that helped him so much on Terranar stand already. And it does. Little medivac.
Nice steal. Not much that LawLiet can do about this. Always amazing what these top players can do, even when they're under a pressure, in a pressure situation. They can still get these sneaky snipes like that one right here. You need to be careful though. These archers can certainly gun down that Zeppelin if it's in a bad position.
MK coming.
一位玩
No
家的部队
surprise.
正遭到攻击。
Will be handed the talisman most likely. This time he gets the Shredder early, so we won't have the same issue as on Last Refuge, but LawLiet is control, and he uses that control to creep the middle. And expand again.
Yeah, he could keep on going to the right-hand side. After the merchant, he could go for the marketplace and then go over, steal the lab away, and then steal the Tuskars away. That would make the MK's life very tough. That Zeppelin is doing a good job, though, causing distraction. There's no Ancient of Wind, no Hippogriff, which LawLiet would certainly love to have in this spot.
Can probably not snipe this Zeppelin. Damage is not high enough. And the Dispel squad isn't really here. Naga has no TP, so very hard to respond.
Tier 3 done. Keeper can go for the orb, and with that he can easily hold here by himself.
Yeah, the damage comes from the Orb of Venom. That is so good. Now Reju saves him a potion. Zeppelin is dealt with. Would be great if we can get that Dryad, but there's a tiny little
一位玩家的
nuke
部队
He
between
saved
the
it with the uproot!
That was
Presence of
sweet.
mind!
Now-
Uprooting the Ancient of Lore.
Now the
Beautiful.
Zeppelin can't enter anymore. Like this staff. Is there no roots? Wait, TP. Okay. This time it was the TP.
Yeah. And again, a lot of footmen went down. These footies have had a very sacrificial role this game. And the Naga, in the meantime, crept the Tuskar camp away from the Mountain King.
He got +9 agility items, Remo. Time for Dark Ranger third.
Bottom wouldn't even be too bad, but I don't know. I don't know. What's he gonna go for?
一位玩家的部队正遭到
Just for the marketplace, man. Getting 2 camps in the middle is so big. Sells a bit now. Is it space for an aura or some consumables? Not really. Finds the health
The thing
stone.
is, Chaemiko, with showing a Mountain King now, he has to play a Paladin third, right? So, Demon Hunter might not be too bad, as long as there's no Blood Mage.
Ooh, good point. Very good point. Saves the Wisp. Okay, a little bit of a counter push, but these forces are ridiculous. 2 footmen, 2 heroes, and the heroes aren't even high level.
Level 4 Naga against level 1 Mountain King!
Bye-bye. That's a TP. Gets some extra kills. Yeah, the difference is crazy. Demon Hunter it is.
Third, by the way.
Man, as if you knew this game a bit.
I love it. Really cool. And this is Northern Isles. There's always creeps around. This Demon Hunter can still get level 3. Problem is, in the late game, if you're forced to fight and the Demon Hunter doesn't manage to get level 3, but this should not be a problem. LawLiet has been playing a great game, has been playing from ahead. Really exceptional play by LawLiet. Chaemiko also playing well, but I think he's in even worse of a position than he was on Last Refuge earlier.
Yeah, it's not good. And the Demon Hunter with +9 and maybe an orb down the road is
一位
scary.
玩家的部队正遭到
Yeah, this should definitely be a triple orb this time. Sooner or later.
It is very expensive. And you don't want to be overrushed by like a 70 supply push, so you gotta be careful with your army composition. You need to push into upkeep and then even 2 base. It's not that you can't afford the world.
Yeah, you definitely want to get at least 65 supply, maybe 70 first, but then get those orbs, baby. Oh, Mountain King in trouble. Is he just gonna die to 2 heroes right now?
Not looking good. There is an invul. The keeper, oh, wait, is healthy again thanks to the health stone. Well done. No staff. Can he get the Naga out? Can he kill his heal scroll? Oh, wow. Great
Empty
fights
army
again.
now.
Always the right choices by the 2.
一位玩家的部队
Has
正
to
遭到
TP away from the expansion, but the MK won't make it out.
Oh, that might be... Well, it's only a level 1 hero, of course, but he's also producing the Paladin. So this MK is benched for quite a while.
I think this might be it, Neo.
I-
Dude, he must have like triple the amount of experience. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I would love to have our graph right now. I'm so tempted to hit that button here on my stream deck that doesn't do anything here. Double heal scroll.
一位玩家的部队正遭到
I don't really
Amazing
see
game
a
by
way for him to come back. The light is so stable now.
You know
Yes.
what? I think this might be the perfect Night of Tri-Hero. You play Keeper into Naga, lots of pressure. The opponent has to play MK because Blood Mage doesn't do anything against Keeper Naga. And then when there's no Blood Mage second, then you go Demon third. I think that's the best way.
It's very fragile. But it's also a lot of crowd control, so it's not easy for the human to reach anything. It is pretty good indeed.
一位玩家的部队正遭到
Isn't it crazy how LawLiet lost 0-4 against Sok just the other week and now this looks so good? And Sok is in a lower bracket?
Yeah, it's so cool to see these top players always reacting to each other. Ooh, the demon! Jesus Christ.
Calculated. Don't you sweat. Reju
Rejuve.
now.
He's power leveling like crazy, dude. He's almost getting to level 4 as a third hero.
部队
Same as the Pitlord before. There's more
Helm of
agility now.
Valor. Ooh.
Yo, more agility, more damage, more tankiness. He's gonna be in the front row, like, come at me. There's so many scrolls. The DH is safe. He should really get a staff, though. On the other side, Chaemiko is trying his damn best to catch up. But the best he can get is an 80-80 fight.
No more creeps on the map. Not a single one. Sort of rare to see on Northern Isles. And LawLiet has basically 5/4/4 heroes. That is so strong.
Can we quote the Ricky? Oh, that's a rough one, brother.
That's a rough one, brother.
I think we can. At this point, we can. Dude, I would love to have a Bidu soundboard. Maybe someone in the community can do that. But we first, here on the map, have new fairy dragons and hippos. That's also kind of new, right? To pair this.
Yeah, to have the counter against the counter ready. LawLiet keeps on being unwilling to go for a third base. Isn't that interesting? Despite all the map control that he has, he doesn't want to go for a third base. I wonder why.
He has the gold as well. Also on Last Refuge, he was floating like 1,000 gold at some point.
一位玩家的部队
So that's not really the reason. Ah,
Okay, now he
Ah.
does.
maybe just slipped his mind on LR. Man, this MK, he has no mana potion. He needs to carry. And he's level 2.
Yeah, I think this MK, I think he's going to be pathetic. He's going to use a level 1 clap, then he's going to get burned, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all he's going to do.
We got a Hood of Cunning, by the way. Did you write that down? Just making
I
sure.
did.
Okay,
I did.
okay.
It's been 3 Hood of Cunnings now.
See,
It's been 5 medallions.
maybe we're onto something here. Yeah, he has to
一
hold
座
this.
基地正遭到围
Oh,
攻。
by the way, fun fact. It's been like 25 red cam drops or something so far, and there's been 0 cloaks.
Maybe they removed it.
They removed it. Wouldn't that be funny? All right. LawLiet standing at the front door. He's knocking. Is anybody home?
Yo. He's not only knocking, man, he's kicking in that door with Roar and 1 giant for taunt. Level 5, 4, close to 4. This Demon Hunter is completely out of
一座基
control.
地正遭到围攻。
Can
The orb
how much damage is that now?
with roar? That's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
rough one, brother.
dude, he is cutting these knights to pieces like there's no tomorrow. And for Chaemiko, probably there is no tomorrow.
He used a clap. Now he's mana burned. That's it.
Yep.
Good fight, Mountain King.
Yep. The gyros are kind of killed by this hippo. The fairy dragon is still in. Yeah. Yeah.
一位玩家的部队正遭
Now
到
we can attack the mortar teams. Okay, a little bit of a reposition. Chaemiko is doing this as well as one can.
一座基地正遭到围攻。
That's also the third base. He just turns around, puts more pressure on the buildings, and once Chaemiko follows him, he turns around again.
Chaemiko is kiting. He's making use of slow. Doing this well. Again, 1 clap, mana burn. Mountain King has nothing more to offer.
Yeah, and you can't really heal when you're in range of the fairies because then you take heaps of damage. Going for the paladin now. Ouchie. Yeah, he's
一座
untouchable.
基地正遭到围攻。
He's got 90 max damage, by the way.
41!
90 max damage.
And of course attack speed as well through all the agi. This is complete. This looks like a custom game. First the Pit Lord, now the Demon Hunter, the third hero's carry for LawLiet. There's no
He doesn't
solution.
even have an Orb of Venom yet.
The overlay can't handle this anymore either. Oh boy. Big props to Chaemiko for holding on so long.
Oh, one fluffy little bear said hello to the peasants.
It can be staffed.
Nah,
now.
guys, soon level 5, by the way. Can you imagine level 3 Fork Lightning on top of everything else? Imagine it, Neo! It's gonna be coming soon!
Okay, everything is healing. Mortar teams have a good position. Hard to approach them. And they put in some decent damage. Could use a heal scroll here, but it's not there. Bears are about to fall, but Mountain King again without mana. This Demon Hunter is the ultimate MVP in this game. He's taking out the back line, but it's still 85 supply somehow.
think you just can't deal with the heroes! Fork Lightning comes through, Mountain King is dead! This Naga now almost level 5.
Poor
LawLiet
Chaemiko.
pushing forward.
Poor Chaemiko. He's trying it all. He's playing well. Oh, here come fresh Mountain Giants. Just carve them. Throws them into the battle. Have fun dealing with this.
Mana shield!
GG! LawLiet advances to the winner bracket. Final is up against WFZ now. And we get a human mirror in the lower bracket with Blade versus Chaemiko.
That is certainly Blade not having the easiest opponent there, but Chaemiko, that's his weakness. That's his kryptonite. We talked about that before. Human mirror, not his strength. Blade usually in human mirror, very good. Of course, he's going to play with a ping disadvantage, though. But man, what a series. This was a great best of 3. LawLiet and Chaemiko delivering. Map 1, insane by Chaemiko. Map 2, great comeback by Chaemiko, almost staying in it. Map 3 was pretty clear in favor of LawLiet, playing that so insanely well. Willingly delaying the expansion, setting it up as a trap, luring out Chaemiko, killing off, I think, like 20 footies or something that game. It was ridiculous and had insane levels.
Yeah.
Beautiful game.
Oh boy. The only human that Chaemiko has defeated in the second half of 2020 is Thunder. And easy losses to Fortitude, TH, and Sock. And if we judge Blade's performances versus Hawk, this is going to be a very one-sided affair. But this is WGL. Everything is a little bit different here. Yeah, crazy Demon Hunter, dude. Crazy Demon Hunter was carrying this game. Looking at the highlights. There is a chance for Blade to make it into the lower bracket final for sure. We're going to go through all the groups and all the results, obviously, once we are done with the winner interview. Things are heating up here at Winter.
This matchup is so cool nowadays. I love it. I think this is the perfect Night Elf Tri-Hero. I mentioned it earlier. Keeper Naga forces no Blood Mage, and then you can go Demon third. So smart. It requires a lot of levels, a lot of creeping, a lot of kills, but if you get in that position, can be very strong. And guess what, dude? That's the matchup we're going to see soon between Infi and Mo. What are they going to show us, man? It's going to be so amazing.
Yeah, tomorrow, by the way, once again, Group A and B. So unlike DreamHack, for example, where we have all the winner bracket finals on one day. Nope, we're going to stick with the groups. So Fly, Michael, Shao Kai, Sok, 120 Focus, and Fortitude Lin. The schedule for tomorrow. Whew. Quite crazy, guys. Oh, the score wasn't updated. Sorry about that. So many comebacks. This Gold League. Fly, 120. LawLiet. Who else was there? Blanking as well. So many comebacks, Remo. Huh?
Did you say Infi?
I didn't say Infi. Infi. Okay, here we got the brackets. We will talk about this later again. We got Fly and Mikael in the winner final of Group A. We got 120 and Focus in the winner final of Group B.
These matches are so good.
Moon and WFZ LawLiet. Like, the least hype is WFZ LawLiet, I think.
Yeah.
Out of all these four.
Honestly, I'm worried for WFZ. LawLiet is so good against Undead. This is not WFZ's strong suit against Night Elf. A little worried there, but all the other ones should be bangers, should be really close. WGL, man, it's just, you know, almost regardless of how you shuffle these players together, these are pretty much the 16 strongest players in the world with a few players missing, I suppose. This is just amazing Warcraft.
It's a party that lasts 1 week. And the after party is going to be great. And the warm-up party was great as well. Like, these 3 weeks are just festivities for Warcraft fans. Screw Christmas. Screw New Year's. I got my DreamHack. I got my WCG. I got my WGL. That's all I need.
It's going to be fascinating as well to see the meta evolve. We see that at WGLs very frequently. Last WGL, for example, in this matchup, we went into the tournament with the consensus being that Keeper Mass Archer was super strong and Human could hardly beat it. And then Infi and TH came along, showed how to beat it. Night Elves later came up with answers. Suddenly the Beastmaster showed up after that tournament. Now the Beastmaster is out once again and something else shows up. So fun to see. So amazing.
Bit groß. Wow, how do I switch to German all of a sudden? You're gonna be huge was what I wanted to say. I don't know. My mind plays tricks. Still waiting for LawLiet to be in the video call. And then, as we said, in 3.5 hours, we're already back with the ESL Meisterschaft. It's the last playday of the group stage. Who's gonna go down to the relegation? Who will claim what spot for the playoffs? We're gonna have our playoff bracket after today. And Remo used all his words for... there we
我
go.
们将对第4场比赛的胜者来自韩国的选手 LawLiet 进行赛后的访问。接下来我们赶快和他进行连线。
LawLiet, what's he going to tell us in the winner's interview?
好的 ，LawLiet 选手啊，恭喜你获得了这场比赛的胜利，恭喜。
Congratulations.
Hello， 谢谢。
Danke, thank you, thank
第一个问
you.
题是，在0-1落后之后，在 LR 地图上，你是用3发的英雄 Peter Lord， 这个带领部队取得胜利。想问一下，这样的一个打法是临时决定的，还是平常就有这样的练习啊？为我们来解说一下。
0대1로 지고 있는 상황에서 피틀로드를 뽑았는데요. 근데 이 전략은 평상시에도 쓰는 전략인가요? 아니면 임시로 생각하신 거예요?
대회 때 가끔 한 번씩 쓰는 전략인데요. 원래는 1경기 이기면 아껴놓고 다음
So,
라운드에서 쓰려고
after you lost the
했는데
first map, you decided to go
1경기
for
지고
Pit Lord
힘이 별로 안
third.
좋아서 이겨야 되겠다 싶어서
Was that
그냥 꺼냈습니다.
a spontaneous decision, or do you use that regularly?
偶尔会在大会上使用，但第一局比赛输掉之后，有点心烦，想着还是把这个秘密武器拿出来，然后就用了。
好的，看来效果还是很不错。那么第二个问题是在最后的
Well,
决胜局里面啊
maybe not regularly, but from time to time. So, I thought it fits the situation, and I chose this specialty.
마지막 판에서 물티가 무너졌는데 이 상황에서도 역전을 하신 비결은 뭔가요?
일단
And
제가 아이템이
So I chose
굉장히
this
좋아서
special strategy. I was pretty
경기
sad after losing the first map. Yeah, we saw that on camera.
태영이한테 굉장히 미안하지만 그 아이템을 가지고 지면
Okay, so
자신에게도 부끄럽고
after changing it up,
부끄럽기
you won the
때문에
map with the Pit Lord,
저는
but
최선을 다해서 그냥
despite this working so well, you picked the
느낌이.
因为我最后一盘保护
Right,
特别
I-
好，在拥有这么
Ah,
好的保护的情况下，如果我
on map 3,
的话
we saw
特别对不起
you tried to
自己
expand early
也
on,
很重
and that was
我还是
kicked
试了
very
自己
early
的
on
一些
as well.
方法
So, how did you manage to still win this game?
粉丝啊，这位粉丝的名字叫 JODXIN， 他问的是，想问一下 LawLiet 心目当中啊，对他威胁最大的3位中国选手的排序。
Oh, I was very lucky with the items.
중국 선수가 제일 위협하다고 생각하신 세 분
That was a big deal.
선수 중 제일 세다고 생각하는 3명.
위협이 졸라이 선수
And I can't really lose this because my fans and viewers would be so disappointed.
전부 다 위협적이지만 그래도 3명을 뽑자면 인피, 에어링 그리고 플라이가 되지 않을까 싶습니다. 워낙 그 좋은 대회에서 좋은 모습들도 많이 보여줬고 최근에 강한 모습을 보여줘서
So, who are the strongest Chinese players is the last question.
좀 쉽지 않네요.
And I think I heard
觉得
Infi fly 1-0.
都对他威胁挺大的，但如果非要挑3位的话，我觉得是 Infi 120和 Fly， 也不是因为他们在最近的大会上也展现出了他们的很好的表现，所以
But of course, all Chinese players are strong.
那谢谢 LawLiet 选手接受我们的采访，也祝他在后面的比赛中继续有好的发挥。谢谢 ，Thank you。
All right. Thank you. Thank you. That is the post-game interview once again brought to us by Aragon Wong and Vangolia. You guys are amazing, and we are so thankful for what you do. So let's review the groups real quick to close the second day of WGL Winter. Oh yeah. In Group A, we had Fly struggling a little with Shao Kai, but taking the lead in the end. Michael having barely any problems with Sock. So tomorrow, Fly vs Michael, Shao Kai vs Sock.
We're gonna see if Michael can convince us as well as he did here against Sock with the Crypt Lord. Is that what we're gonna be seeing? Fly is a monster in that matchup.
Group B, 1-0 with a comeback over Fortitude, who showed that he is a force to be reckoned with. Don't count him out yet. Lin with a pretty weak performance, and Focus steaming hot, racing into the winner bracket final. These matches tomorrow: Fortitude Lin, 1-0 Focus. Bangers.
Hell yeah. Focus looking really hot once again. After DreamHack, he seems to be on point, which he will need to be, because 1-0 is the best undead versus orc player in the world. Fortitude versus Lin. Maybe Fortitude has a good chance here, because Lin doesn't seem to be in that great of a shape. Usually, he is the best orc versus human player in the world.
Group C, these are the results of today. Infi losing the first map to Colorful, but coming back strong with a 2-1, especially the last map. Pooh, that was rough. Moon with the 2-0 over Foggy. First map was real close. Second map, not so much. So we get Infi versus Moon. And Colorful versus Foggy. Our two Westerners both find themselves in mirror matches.
Infi versus Moon, man. A match made in heaven. This could very well be a grand final. In a matchup that is so interesting and dynamic nowadays. I can't wait for that. And Foggy, our Ukrainian representative against Colorful. What's that Night of Mirror gonna look like? Could be an interesting clash of styles.
Group D sees WFZ, who played a strong Crypt Lord that we probably didn't expect. Map 1 for Blade was great. Map 2, very weird. So hopefully he can step this up in 2 days. Wait, that is a wrong result, by the way. Might not be updated on Liquipedia, or I didn't hit that update button yet. Okay, so LawLiet wins here. And of course, we have WFZ versus LawLiet and Blade versus Chaemiko. Gonna be fine. Gonna be great. We have Group A and B tomorrow, lower bracket and winner bracket. And it starts at 11 a.m. CET. Until then, we have a couple of subs to thank. We keep the in-game clean and thank people at the end of a series and here at the end of the broadcast. Thank you, Sataria, for 30 months of trust. The Grinch UNO, 3 months in a row. Thanks, guys. Thomas MK, Cool, Whip, Prod, and Etwas Steine. Thank you guys for the subs and hosts. Of course, if you want to help this project, feel free to check out the About section. We have multiple social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord, where you can join, follow, subscribe, ring the bell on YouTube. And if you're feeling gracious, you can hit that sub button in the bottom right. Also ring the bell here on Twitch, very important. You can donate via Streamlabs and buy our merchandise. All the links in the description. And Remo, you can close this broadcast here today.
WGL off to a hot start. We've had amazing matches already. Only 2 days in the books. I hope we'll see you again tomorrow. Stay tuned here on Back to Warcraft for all the Warcraft action. And I wish you guys a pleasant day, evening, whatever it is. And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.